love. How are you guys? It is raining outside here. It's relaxing, but it can make you sleepy. And I hope you guys had a good day today. And pretty much was in a good energy. You did something productive today. And today's reading is Who is Your Alter Ego? Now, your alter ego can come out during nervous moments, during moments when you're scared, moments when you're bored. It could be your shadow side as well. It could be the person who will protect you when you feel like you're in harm or danger. Or it could be the person that maybe the part of you don't know that much about. So we're going to delve in a little bit into that and see who are you guys' alter ego. Okay, so first pile, we have elephant. So if you chose elephant, then I have that your alter ego. Now, this makes me think that your alter ego, pile 1, comes out when you're not that conscious of it because it was in reverse. And for you, we got tomboy. So, I'm sorry. It's tomboy. It looks like a girl surfing. I'm not surfing, but on a skateboard, like doing tricks. So we have tomboy, uncontrollable, does what she wants. So I guess when you kind of maybe feel like you're not being heard, I'm hearing when you feel like you're not being heard, maybe pushed into the wall or wherever, this side comes out. And people are almost surprised when this part comes out. And like I said, you might not be that much conscious of it when it does come out. It's just like your other side, and it just comes out and it kind of takes over. And you don't have to be a tomboy so much as to dress like it, but you might find yourself drawn to things that's like more casual to wear. And if you are masculine, then, the tomboy can be like, I guess, the rough, like, boy that lives inside of you that you never really got to express when you were younger. So, yeah. So, anyway, this tomboy comes out, I'm hearing, when you guys feel controlled. When you feel like somebody is trying to control you, tell you what to do. Again, I keep hearing like pushed in the corner. This tomboy comes out and kind of, rebels and shows, her IDGAF style, like, I could care less, but you do what you think, because this person, this alter ego does what she wants when she wants to. She doesn't ask for anybody's permission, this tomboy, and you don't ask for anybody's permission. You just kind of go with that flow. And maybe it was like a part of you that you always wished you did when you were younger. But so it's like you created this personality to kind of act out all the inhibitions that you kind of wish you probably could do more. So this alter ego does that without even thinking. So we have Ace of Swords. So again, we're having like this youthful kind of uncontrollable energy, like a person kind of does what they want. Now this side of you also, so I also feel like you're adventurous as well, and your alter ego is heavily in touch with that inner child. You know what I mean? And when that inner child comes out to play, you like to be adventurous. You probably have a vivid imagination, but also not just a vivid imagination, but just you always have like these ideas, right? And you kind of can go off on your own and do your own thing. You don't need to kind of do it with anybody. You're comfortable with yourself. Your alter ego is very comfortable with self. And it's like you get this inspiration straight from the sky, right? And you think of these ideas straight from the sky. And that's because your inner child is very much in touch with the air element. So it's almost like your inner child. You could have Gemini rising, Gemini moon, or Gemini sun, or Venus. And it makes you very like an explorer. I'm feeling like an explorer type. So again, I'm feeling like this wasn't really expressed as a child. So this is like when your inner child comes out to play, when it feels like it's ready for adventure, or when it feels like you're bored. Also, you hate to be bored. So when you're bored, this alter ego will come out and play, and kind of just does what it wants, you know, without asking anybody, without being apologetic about it. It's like you're almost unapologetic about it. And let's see what the cards we have. So I'm getting like, again, like growing up, maybe you were taught to be like proper, not really allowed to express yourself, that you were taught to be a certain way. Well, this alter ego is like your home. This alter ego like protects you. This is like where you would go to kind of have fun. So when you go into this alter ego, it's very comfortable for you. It's very comfortable for you to kind of let your hair down and kind of do whatever you want. So maybe that's something you can kind of look into. Maybe consciously take a day to kind of do whatever it is that you want. Whatever I'm hearing, whatever comes to thought, whatever is like the first thought that comes to mind, you know, even if it sounds silly, because if you look, like this girl, she's like wearing a cape, but it almost reminds me like when we were younger, or when you were younger with kids, and you would kind of like put a blanket on your neck and act like it was your cape, and like the floor is lava. So it's just like, it's almost like you just need that kind of playtime to express yourself. So just make sure you make some conscious effort into kind of letting you be you. And I'm feeling that would be very therapeutic for you, and also would be, it's like accepting that part of yourself. Because when we get older, we really feel like we don't need playtime, right? That all, you know, that we don't need to go on adventures anymore, or we don't need to learn new things anymore. But I feel like that is false. I feel like long as we keep that youthful inner spirit and let it be as untamed as it wants to be, that's how we remain young. Our energy remains young. Because to me, age is just like a number. But our energy, that's what like really keeps us young. And that's like by keeping our true adventurous self and soul. So what else we have? Yeah, so maybe when you were younger, you guys might have, I'm just getting like, I don't know if you guys are rich or whatever, but even if you weren't rich, you probably were brought up with maybe a strict parent. It looks like it could have been masculine, and if it wasn't masculine, you might have had a mom who was like very in touch with her masculine side, very stern, very strict, a disciplinarian. She kind of set the rules, and she kind of didn't let you express yourself if you wanted to, like the way you wanted to. Because say like if you were a girl, right? And you just kind of want to run out, put some shorts on, some sneakers and a t-shirt, and maybe ride your skateboard. But your mom might have told you she wanted you in dresses. Young ladies don't do that, you know. And if you look too, she's kind of got on some like rugged boots or whatever, just like a tomboyish vibe. And, you know, she might have told you that wasn't proper or befitting of a young lady. So it suppressed that inner child that you had. That need to kind of just be comfortable in your own skin and express yourself without even thinking about it. Because what parents don't understand, that when you force your child to kind of be the way you want them to be, sometimes you do suppress that child, and we end up acting it out later on in life. But once we know that and become conscious of it, we can kind of work with it and develop healthy patterns where we do let this inner child express itself, or this alter ego express itself. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm getting again the same kind of vibes. Like, because if you look, it's just like the stern woman. She's even carrying a knife. So she could have been very cutting with her words. This parent figure or this guardian could have even been cutting with her words and kind of just expected you to behave a certain way, to be a certain way, to speak a certain way, which kind of really, really, and again, that pushed in a corner, it almost reminds me, oh yeah, it definitely reminds me of Dirty Dancing, right? And how they were with Baby. And when Patrick Swayze went back to get Baby and he said, nobody sits Baby in a corner. I'm getting those kind of vibes that, you just were stifled and expected to be proper or a certain kind of way according to their standard, and you really weren't allowed to express yourself. So this is what I'm seeing. This is what I'm seeing, that your alter ego is this inner child who never really got to express itself, this tomboy who really doesn't give a crap about what anybody thinks of them or what anybody says to them. They're just going to do what they want when they feel like it, take an adventure when they feel like it, and they really could give a crap less because you kind of felt like this is what you could have done to stand up for yourself when you were younger. And we really can't go back and change time, or we really were finding out who we were as kids. So we can't really say we wish we could have done these things, right? Because we don't even know who we are as children. But now we can do something about it. Again, you just take one day out the week to kind of just do whatever you want. And if you can do more than one day, then that's awesome. I'm just trying to do it where it's like realistic. I don't know what kind of job or how much time you have on your hands, but at least one day where you can express yourself and do whatever it is you want to do. And you will find that a new happiness inside you, because when that inner child is happy, then we're happy to express ourselves the way we feel like it, right? Alrighty, so pile 1, I hope you enjoyed, and we're moving on to pile 2. Okay, so pile 2, if you picked the dog, it's like a dog with a bone. I want to show you guys. But it's like a dog with a bone, and it kind of goes with the theme I'm seeing here. So right away, pile 2, I see that you guys' alter ego is like a seductress, kind of like a femme fatale vibe. But it's like you're this temptress, right? You've probably find that people are very attracted to you. You're very alluring. You're very seductive, because I'm seeing you are aware of this, since it's not in reverse. But I'm seeing like you're very aware of this, and you even sometimes fight against it. Because you find yourself sometimes in compromising situations where, people are just very attracted to you. You are very magnetic. I'm seeing forbidden fruit, that you might come off of forbidden fruit. So, it's like a situation you have to work out. Okay, it is something in your aura that is oozing out, because if you look behind her, she does have like an aura, right? A strong aura that pulls. And the snake is reminding me of phallic, like a phallic symbol. So you kind of can pull these men in. And what I'm getting is that you almost serve a purpose to teach men a lesson in masculine. If you are a tempter or a forbidden fruit, then you can be sent here to teach women a lesson. And I'm getting these are people who are like in marriages, and you might find, if this pile is for you, that you get a lot of people who are in relationships or committed relationships or in marriages, because it's like the 10 of Pentacles. And this is, I think, subconsciously, you don't know why you attract these people in happy homes, but they are attracted to you like nobody's business, like bees to honey. It's like they smell you out and come right to you. And You're like a forbidden fruit that they just can't stay away from. So your alter ego is definitely the seductress. Um, and it's saying death of illusions. So I don't know if you're here to bring enlightenment to people who are in happy homes. Maybe because I am feeling a little bit of what is it? High priestess vibe. So you might be a high priestess pile too. And you kind of have this higher awareness with you, which gives you such a strong aura. And you might have been sent here by spirit to kind of see if men will go after you. Now this might be a burden on you, and that's why I said it's befitting that you got the dog with a bone, because that's how I'm feeling, like that people almost come after you. You know what I mean? And you might even say, most people are, you like, oh wow, that's awesome. Like some people might even find it like they wish they could allure people in the way that but sometimes I feel like you feel like it's a burden to you. Because if you look, she has this gun. She's pointing at the snake. So it's almost like, it's like, that you can attract people so much that you get kind of, oh, I just want to be left alone. I just want to be left alone. But when you get to maybe know these people closer, or these divine masculines or masculine closer, you will see that they are or whoever these people, these people who are attracted to you, that they're like in some type of relationship, committed relationship, or in a marriage. And you're like, why am I always attracting these types? I think maybe it's like these men, if they fail the blessing and still come after you, then it's like a karmic. You become like a karma to them. Right? And if they kind of are able to resist you or whatever, then they probably get a blessing and they kind of go on to divine masculine or divine feminine status. But we're not here to talk about them. We're here to talk about you. I'm just trying to fill you in on this high priestess status you have. So it's like you are a tempting Madonna, right? You're like this tempting Madonna. You are like holy, but at the same time, sexual. So it's a holy sexual vibe you give out. That's your alter ego. And I'm getting you're one with it, which is also makes you so tempting. The fact that you're aware of this and you're aware of your sexual power and you're able to pull in that, that opposite sex or whoever is attracted to you, like metal to a magnet. Like you don't even have to do much effort. So let's and I'm seeing that too, that people might even throw money at you to get you. Like they'll do anything to get you, maybe risk their families. They might even risk their families, give all their money to you, whatever it is that you asked. And this might be a lesson to you too as well, Paul, too, to see if you would also resist this temptation of them giving you money, of them promising you anything, for them to have you. You know what I mean? Because you're on a higher spiritual journey. I can already see this, Paul, too. You're on a higher spiritual journey where you're here to kind of slash illusions that people might think you're one way, but you're actually like that. You have like a holy presence full of knowledge. You're full of spiritual knowledge. You're full of divine knowledge. And if you're able to resist these temptations of these people coming to you from, I guess, unions, then you get elevated up a status each time. You get these heavenly blessings blessed to you each time you're able to turn down these temptations. Okay, so I feel like your energy is really highly speaking to me. It's very alluring, but at the same time, it's a paradox because you also do have like a holy aura, like the Madonna whore complex, right? So your alter ego is like the Madonna whore complex. Again, so what I am seeing is that if you are able to turn down these temptations, that you will get your own person, Paul, too. That you won't have to fight for, that you won't have to share, that you won't have to feel wrong about being with or sneaking around, because you're just basically, you're too good for that. Now, people might try to make you think you're not, but you are. You're just too good for it. You're too good to share anyone. You're too good to take second best. I don't care how much money they're offering you or what they promise you. You deserve the best. You deserve to have your own person. Okay? But anyway, that's what I'm getting for you. And I'm getting it's coming soon. You could be getting a marriage offer soon. That it will be your own person. Someone really loves you, Paul, too. Yeah, look, I mean, you just have this vibe. Like you're so one with yourself and who you are, and you own your alter ego is that you own your sexuality, but it's not even an alter ego because it's something you own. It's something you are unapologetic about. You're free with yourself, and you kind of spread this energy everywhere you go. And, it's like when people see you, they see something that doesn't even look of this earth almost. And if you don't kind of look like that, it's your aura that is like that, and see how lofty she is. It's like high above the clouds. And that's when I'm hearing that song. She's so high above me, she's so high above me, like Cleopatra, Joan of Arc, or Aphrodite. That's what I'm getting for you. You guys are like Aphrodite, you know what I mean? And I know you're like a temptress to so many people, but it's something you have to climb over, because these people aren't really, it's the karmic lesson you have to learn, right? To kind of focus. They're just distractions, but it's like you have to focus on something higher, as you're meant for so much more, right? And I'm getting it. Some kind of ancestor could be praying for you. I don't know if you had a grandmother that passed over not too long ago, or it could be an aunt, or it could be your mom. But somebody is like praying for you. They're praying over you. And it's like their spirit is almost one with your spirit. But it's like they're praying for you to have this happy ending. And the thing is, it's within your power. This happy ending is within your power. Because it's like once you've learned this lesson that you've been sent here to learn, then you'll graduate and get what's for you. And that's that happy ending. And that's your own person. Because if you look, fortune is on your side. This is like the Wheel of Fortune card, right? So it's like fortune is on your side, coming to bless you. Because you're so highly favored. You are. You really are highly favored. And I'm getting that some people try to make you think you're not, but you are. You're really precious to spirit, and spirit has put a blessing on you. It's almost like a holy blessing that you're not to just be approached or touched by anything, but only, I guess, who spirit allows. So both of you guys, I guess the lovers that enter your life, they also have to learn the same lesson you have, right? They have to learn the same lesson that you have, which is to treasure. Yours is to treasure yourself, and theirs is to treasure whatever family or commitments they have made. So you have to treasure the commitment to yourself, and they have to treasure the commitment they made to others. So you can get your own commitment, and so they can keep theirs. But that's what I'm seeing, pile 2. And that was a really beautiful vibe. You really have a really beautiful vibe. And I'm going to leave it there, and we're going to go to pile 3. Okay, so pile 3. If you chose the peace sign, this is coming through me really quick too, like pile 2 did. If you chose the peace sign, your alter ego is a warrior spirit. You look like somebody who's been through, I said look like I can see you, right? But your spirit looks like, I can say spirit, right? Your spirit looks like you've been through a lot of battles. Like you have a strong spirit. So this is my warrior pile. You have a very strong spirit, and you don't back down from shit. And you know this because it's not in reverse. So this is not a subconscious thing. This is something you are aware of, right? You know you don't back down from anything. You know you have a fighting spirit. And most people I detect, like they don't even want you to get in that mode where you have to go there, and like that alter ego comes in, like, you know, you're like the type of person like, please don't get them started. And so I'm getting a very masculine vibe. You could be masculine. The first 2 are very feminine. I felt like this one feels masculine, but it doesn't have to be. It's whatever you identify it as. So I just want to make that clear. But yes, you are somebody who is very protective, because whenever I see somebody with a shield, it's always remind me of how protective they are of themselves and of others. So you will go to bat and go to war for people you love, pile 3. And you're not one to run away from anything, from confrontation or any, especially if you feel threatened or if you feel like somebody's threatened your family. So we have Knight of Swords coming in to complement that. And if you look at the Knight of Swords, he's even on the same kind of vibe, right? So this is amazing. So this is somebody not only has brawn, but they have brain as well. So, you'll pick up a sword and you'll fight with your body and you'll fight with your brain as well. Like it's not one to pull one on, and you're quick about it. You don't have to think or go there. Like I said, this is not something that's subconscious and kind of comes when you're not aware. This comes when you're very much in control, and you know who you are. You know that you're not quick. You're quick to fight for your beliefs and protect who you love. If you look, you see like there's the cat behind them. So this reminds me of that, how if you're protecting someone, you almost put them behind you, to protect them. You won't let anybody you love get hurt. You're quick to put somebody behind them and put yourself on the front line and fight like hell for those you love. That is your alter ego, and it's plain and simple, just like you. And when I mean plain and simple, people don't have to go through 50 shades of gray to get to know you. When people know you, they know you're a stand-up guy. You're a stand-up kind of person who don't take no crap, who fights over it. It's like you would be the man's man. And if you're a woman, you would be the woman's woman who is quick to, if you're a woman, you know who you would be? You would be like the shield maidens. And Vikings, they were the women who fought along with the men, and they didn't run off, and the men treated them like equals. Which is why some parts I like about Viking culture, that they didn't look down on their women fighting. Like you got a fair fight, just like the men did. And that's what I'm sensing if you are female and you pick this pile. Now, I'm sensing if you did pick the peace sign, it could be because you just want a little peace in your life right now. Maybe it's just the constant fighting. It does make you tired, right? So let's see what other messages we have. Oh, wow. So it looks like something good is coming your way. You could be getting money, pile 3. You could be getting some type of inheritance, or you can be getting a gift from someone, and someone who recognizes your worth. So I'm seeing like jewelry and precious things that could be coming to you. So I just would say gifts don't always have to be materialistic. It could be spiritual gifts. Maybe it could be the peace You know, I feel like you guys are just longing for peace. You know, just a chance to kind of put down that shield for a while, put down that sword for a while, put down the battle axe for a while. Yeah, didn't I say that? You guys could be feeling exhausted because even warriors need to rest, right? Even warriors, because it's like you're going to burn yourself out. If you guys don't rest, you're going to literally burn yourself out, make yourself sick. And we don't want that to happen. In fact, you could have even just came from a sickness. So you could need more rest. That could be what's going on. But either the case, you still need to rest. You still need to rest. Pile 3. You need that peace. You know? So even if you're not sick or you haven't been sick, but just taking some time off for you to kind of get your energy back in order, because that's what I'm getting that you need to do. Okay? We have Speranza. So yeah, it's like maybe you guys have been like, I don't know. Maybe you guys just been running around spending so much energy that you just kind of need to be anchored. Or maybe find someone that can anchor you. Either or. But it's like, you know, an anchor is stable. You know, it's like, you know, it's going to be there. So you could even have somebody who's waiting for you, who's like an anchor for you. This person will bring you peace, I'm hearing. So for those of you, not this message isn't for everyone, but for those of you who has somebody who's waiting, and then that person pops in your head, and this person is like a steady person, this person will also help you bring peace. This person could also be a Leo as well. For some of you, this message is for some of you, or you could be a Leo, which with this warrior spirit. So you could be a Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Mercury. I'm getting this person will bring you peace. This person is like, knows how to quiet. You would know this person I'm talking about, because this person kind of knows how to quiet that fire in you that makes you always like got to get up and fight. This person is just as protective of you as you are of them, which would make it an even balanced relationship. Okay? And this person is your anchor. You know, but I'm getting this. Some of you might feel a little scared to take the offer with this person, because a lot of you do like to roam when you want to roam. You guys do like to get up and go when you want to. You don't want to feel kind of like settle down, like somebody's going to kill your spirit. But I'm not getting that, pile 3. All I'm getting from them is that they will want to be a stable place for you, your anchor, and they will want to bring you peace. So I'm getting that it's not something you would need to be scared of. That's the extra messages I'm seeing. But yours was very close, clear cut, and easy to see what your alter ego was. Okay? And it just looks like you might be looking for a little bit of peace in your life. You worked hard, and there's some goodies coming your way. In the material world and also in your love life, if you are willing to let it in. And for ladies, I think the message is, if this, you know, I feel more masculine with this pile, but if you did get this, then the message could be, look for more stable things in your life. Like you're not settled. So try to develop a more stable routine in your day-to-day life, and it will kind of bring you success. And I'm hearing that it will bring you love too. Like a person who will come and show you that same stable support. So it's like maybe you wonder why you're not attracting someone who is stable. I think you have to reflect that in your own life. So when you have more stability and more routine in your life, you will reflect that and bring people of that same frequency who will have that kind of steady vibe that will also bring you peace. Okay, pile 3. So pile 4 is next. Okay, so finally pile 4. Hi, pile 4. Hope you guys are doing well. And if you guys pick the gold coin, now it did come up on the other side, which was like a skeleton. So whatever that means, right? I did flip it. So I am seeing something powerful, and we're going to get into it, okay? So what I am seeing is that you put up this front, right, powerful? So your alter ego is sex appeal. You have a lot of sex appeal, and you appear fearless. Like you don't mind flaunting yourself. You could be very beautiful, and if not to society standards, you play up what you got. You know, you get your hair done, you get your nails done. You know, you always make sure you're looking good. And you put a lot of work into it to be supreme. That's what I'm getting, to be this supreme person. And then it looks like you have a lot of self-confidence. So when people see you, right, they're like, wow, damn, this person has so much self-confidence. I wish I was like this person. This person is fearless, you know, and that's the image you want people to see, because you don't want people to see how vulnerable you really are, powerful. Look at that. So this is inside. You're like really feeling vulnerable, almost tied up and bound to a certain situation, or it could just be, you know, a prison you have made for yourself from your own fears. Is this something you're fearing right now, of going through, of kind of letting your, so this is, yeah, so I'm hearing from spirit, you're fearing let your vulnerability show. You feel like your vulnerability is a weakness, powerful. Yeah, you feel like by showing how vulnerable you are, or that you have a softer side, or that you have emotions and feelings, that it makes you appear weak. And it doesn't, powerful. It doesn't. But you feel like if you always have this tough, because if you look, she has like a tough look, right? You know, she just looks very tough. There's not a smile. And even though it's like a female, it's very chiseled, very like a very hard look. And I feel like that's how you want people to see you, like self-confident. You know, you don't fear anything, and, you know, you don't take anybody's shit. But it's like you're hiding a vulnerability in yourself that you feel is a weakness. And that's kind of keeps you in a prison, because you're not being authentic. And to be authentic is to show who we truly are, no matter who's looking, no matter who has a problem with it, no matter who judges you for it. I actually feel like it takes more courage to show your vulnerability than your you know, wearing a front of always appearing. So this alter ego is conscious, because it's not in reverse. So this is an alter ego that you're very conscious of. You have full power and control of you showing this part of yourself, of just being very strong. And you know, like I say, you buy the whole wardrobe, or, you know, kind of even makeup. If you wear your, like I feel like some of you guys could be makeup artists. So you can even wear makeup almost like a shield to hide from, you know, to always have the upper hand. That's what I'm hearing, that you guys like to have the upper hand. So I'm thinking maybe you guys were in a situation where you felt like being vulnerable got you hurt, by letting someone else have the upper hand got you hurt. So you had to develop a tougher personality to protect her or him, to protect this softer personality from getting hurt. Because you realize that, hey, you know, if I let this part of me out, I'm going to continue to get hurt. But I think both can exist. There just has to be a balance, right? It's all about balance. And if you look, it's like this bird has almost come to like show her spirit, to free her. So it's like a birdie is trying to talk you into your ear, of saying like, if you are in a mental prison, if you are, this message isn't for everybody, then you have the power to free yourself from this prison. Because if you look, All she has to do is take the blind cloth off, and she can see that she can easily walk through these swords. You know, no matter what experience you had, you have to learn to have balance. Now, you can still be tough, because I am one of these people who kind of, I do like to feel, I don't like to let my vulnerable side show all the way. And that's something I too am working with. But I've just discovered, like, hey, maybe it's not me who needs to change. It's the circle or the people I'm around. So if I'm around people that I feel like that I can't be authentic, or I can't let my softer side, I'm not going to be around those people. You get what I'm saying? It's the people that need to change in my circle, not me. I'm not going to put myself in a prison and hide, because I feel like people will hurt me if I'm authentic. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's all cool and dandy when we don't have any choice and we have to put up like our fearless or our confident self, or I call it like our face or our mask. Sometimes we have to do that when we're in situations where we can't control, right? But if I can control it as much as I can, who I let in my life, of those people who are toxic, or those people who might try to hurt me and fence me in, then I'm going to do that. I'm going to get those people out of my life. So therefore I can be more authentic. You get what I mean? So let's see what messages we have. Yeah. If you look, it could be like something happened when you were a little girl or something. It could have been that you weren't allowed to express your vulnerability as a child. And when we're children, we're all vulnerable, right? That's why we have our parents there to protect us. And maybe you just weren't protected as you should have been. So you might, because sometimes people don't even understand, like, why am I like that? Like, why am I so hard and tough? Sometimes that's how we had to like survive, you know, by developing this outer shell so we can survive when we really should have been nurtured and protected. So I also feel like money, because you said since you picked the gold coin, also makes you feel strong and tough. Like, so making sure you have enough money means that's another way you won't have to depend on people, right? Because if you have your own money, you don't got to ask anybody for shit. So money is a power. Anything that for you, like you're a power magnet or you're power hungry. So anything that brings you power, you feel safe. That makes you feel safe because you don't want to feel like a helpless baby out here. You refuse to feel like that again. But I think that, again, it's about balance for you, powerful, and you have to learn that balance to let this vulnerability show. That's how you learn to heal and accept. So yeah, and this is what I was talking about, like people around us, because this might even be a friend. You might have a friend around you who looks jealous, or I'm hearing maybe at work. At work, they could be jealous at you that people smile in your face, and then, but as soon as you turn your back, they're trying to stab you. So you have to be careful who is around you, powerful, or who's not letting you be all authentic, because it seems like you have a good sixth sense of that there are people jealous around you, and you have to put on this, you know, this front or this hard shell to let you know, don't F with me. But if you can, clean out your circle, powerful. I mean, if you at workplaces, you know, you can't kick out, you know, you can't kick it out. But if it becomes toxic, then you sometimes you have to do what you have to do and leave. And I'm not saying like, you know, just like quit, but nothing is worth your mental health. Nothing is worth you not being authentic with yourself. Nothing is worth you not feeling safe. And that's what I'm feeling, that you need to feel safe. And maybe you're at this job or whatever to get the money, because it might be good money, but at the end of the day, is it like worth your soul or mental health, right? Because at the end of the day, we kind of sometimes have to be vulnerable to be tough. Sometimes this part of us have to save that part of us too. Right? Because this girl's been through some shit. I'll put money on this girl, because this girl's been through some shit and she's still surviving. And that's you. You can still survive. And that's what you've been doing. So don't ever underestimate yourself and making you think you have to be a certain way or a certain kind of toughness. This is toughness. Being vulnerable is tough. Being able to say, hey, I went through this and this and that, and I survived this tough. Hey, I was at a job where I had to kind of get the hell up out of there because, these people were jealous of me, stabbing me in my back. I couldn't get the promotion. You might not, what good is it to be someplace where you could have got so many promotions and they pass you up because these people are jealous? It's just something to think about. Or being in a relationship or being with a friend who hurts you all the time. And, it's because she's jealous. So you have to keep in mind, of these people who want to hurt you and clean out your circle. That's what I'm hearing, especially when I look at this card. Clean out your circle, pile 4. So you could be your true, authentic self. And also learn balance. Because there will be times where you need to be tough and fearless. And there'll be times where you need to be vulnerable. But don't hide her away. Or him. We'll just say the vulnerable side of you. Okay, so that was the reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you next go around. And I hope I brought you guys some enlightenment, because it definitely brought me some too. So even if I get like 1 or 2 people who get enlightenment from these videos, then that's enough for me to keep me going to make these videos for you guys. So please share, subscribe. If you feel like somebody needs a message and you don't know how to break it down to them, and this correlates with any of the posts, please send them the video or let them see it or recommend it or share it to them, right? So I will see you guys next time. And if you have any suggestions, just as always, feel free, you write them below. And if you like a personal reading, you can always email me, guys. Okay, the links and the information is in the description box. Alrighty, good night. You'll probably get this the next day though.